Hi guys, I'm out here again with my airbrush. I wanted to show you the problem I'm having. I've got this old Badger and it doesn't work very well, but if you look at the gauge and I start spraying with it, the gauge drops down to 20 psi. As soon as I release, it goes back up and it's at, what is that, 60? So the tank pressure is right there. So this is what I'm having problems with this regulator that's a Harbor Freight. And if you try and adjust this while I'm spraying, well, and here's the other problem with the old Badger. It's got a sticky little O-ring in there, and unfortunately when I unscrewed the hose last time, it blew the guts out of the thing. I lost the spring and the little needle and the bottom part of the little ferrule. Here, let me show you that. Alright, so the last time I tried taking this apart, tried disconnecting the air hose, this little piece right here, not the whole valve assembly, and the last time I unscrewed the air hose I didn't bleed it off, and this little teeny piece right here, when I pulled the air hose off, it stuck and it pulled the whole thing out, and I shot the little needle, the spring, and this cap off of the other body that I have somewhere in my garage or out here in the lawn, wherever. So I had this old valve body assembly, but the little there's a little O-ring on the end of this needle here. You can see that. Yeah, you can see that. Anyway, this one's a little dried out. I'm going to try and lube that and see if it doesn't quit sticking. Try not to lose any more parts. I'll be right back. Alright, I said last time I didn't know where I got this airbrush. This is a Harbor Freight external mix airbrush. I was in there today picking up another deluxe airbrush kit. I know these things got mixed reviews, and this is the one that was supposed to have come with my little compressor that I got, and I've misplaced it, so I got another one. It's $17.95, something like that. Yeah. And then I bought the braided hose, which was $9. Got a little $3 cleaning kit with a bunch of different little nylon brushes. And then I went to my favorite hardware store, Park Rose Hardware, and picked up this little regulator, because I think part of my problems are because of this big Harbor Freight regulator not doing what it's supposed to. Okay, so we got the old external mix air gun, and you see when I push down, the pressure falls to about 20 psi, and I'm spraying, and this one sprays pretty good. But if we crank the pressure up a bit, so we want 30. So that should be 30 psi, but I keep spraying and the pressure doesn't stay where I put it. Now we're back up to back down to 30, and the longer I spray, it just starts ramping up. Alright, so we got the new deluxe Harbor Freight airbrush kit. Comes with this fancy little box. You got a, whatever that is, 2-gram bottle, 2-ounce bottle, a cup, which, looks okay, kind of ratty down inside. A little hanger. You can put on your your spray booth, and a wrench, and the airbrush itself, which it's got this little cover on the front end to protect it, and comes with a push fitting, but I don't think I need this because I got the air hose, but we'll keep it just in case. Then I'm going to check the needle chuck and make sure that that is set right. So we can pull it out. We're just supposed to seat it in there and then tighten down that chuck. And we put our guard back on. And you should be able to pull back on that for cleaning. So you've got to push down, you've got a dual action airbrush, and we'll get it hooked up. Let me break out the air hose and get that connected. Okay, we've got this all plumbed up. The new fitting on it. We're hooked into our braided hose, complete with the tag, and make sure that it's going the right direction. So I'll plug this in. There it goes. It's adjusting. So we got some spraying at full blast, and so we're at about 30 pounds right now. Can you see that without the glare? There you go. At 30 pounds, it's 40 pounds, and that's much better. The pressure's not creeping up like it was on the other one. Okay, so we're back up to, what, 110 pounds on the main tank, and we're about 10, 15, 20 pounds. So we can go all the way down to 10. This does a way better job of regulating. Awesome. Alright. If you can see it here, this is awkward hanging on to it out here. Push down, just air, and if I pull back, I'm starting to get a spray. Let's see if you can see it right there. I can see it here, but if I pull way back, you get a lot of paint. I know you can see that. So that looks pretty good. This is just water, but it's spraying pretty nice. That's 30 pounds. And while I was out here videoing, my wife went up and got the mail, and I got a package from Dick Blick Art Supplies. Whoops, there it is. That is what I got. That is a Posh VL set. Let me open it up. Now, the VL's cup, look how, I don't know if you can see that, but look how clean that is down inside the bowl there. So that's not going to be grabbing a bunch of stuff. Much nicer than the $17 one. Whoops, first thing I noticed is it doesn't come with the little lock like the other one had. So I don't know if that's, I'll have to read the instructions. I assume that's what that's for. Nice thing though, I think, is that all of these airbrushes are interchangeable. Yeah, all the little jars, the spigots, fit each other. And so I can use all these different little jars that I have, including the Harbor Freight one, even though it needs a new tube that's a little longer. But I'm getting quite the collection of jars that I can shoot from. Here's the Posh one. And I don't know if this is Pache or Posh, but anyway. Now the nice thing about this airbrush is it came with these different needles and these different tips. So that one is the VL5, so that's the heavy duty one, and this is the VLH1, and I don't know which needle's which, but we'll find that in the instructions. And then it's got a 3, I believe, that's in here. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, that part's hand tight. That part's not. But it's got a nicer trigger and a nice handle on it. I can tell I'm going to like that one. So really I got this one because it has the different needles on it. The other ones will be good for base coating or spraying the ground cover, that sort of stuff. This one comes with a nice braided hose. And so I think that I'm pretty happy with my little, this is, the regulator was a Plews Edelman. It was $39. I saw that a couple places had Badger regulators. They were $49. So I just went to the hardware store and got this one. It's a decent one, and it looks like it's going to work really, really well. So I'm happy about that. So I'll give these a real test, and we will video some of that a little later. But cool.